bringing all cultures together in a melting pot. That's what the world has to be like, not just Montreal, you know what I mean? What's good, family? This is Prince Amine, the Doubted Child. I'm here with Tam Media for the interview. Much love to everyone. More life. Ha. It's me and a stage name. Actually, how I got the name is my dad's friend. I was looking for a Facebook name when I was like 12, 11, and then he found the name Prince, got it from my dad, and from then on, like, it became a stage name, it became a nickname. But yeah, there's no big difference between me and the artist itself. Yeah. Well, Prince Amine is a young Moroccan kid, half Moroccan, half African American. Un enfant normal, là, un kid normal. J'ai grandi à Montréal et tout ça, avec tous mes gars, family man. Aussi, genre vraiment athlétique, mais sportif, je veux dire. Athlétique aussi, là. Puis j'aime rigoler. Je suis un gars très très normal. Prince Amine est un gars très très normal, mais qui kiffe faire la musique. Il donne son tout sur scène. Thanks to my background and everything that's happened in my life, I got a certain style in music and certain lyrics, a certain flow. So yeah, it gave me a specific identity, a different one from other artists, because I came from a different upbringing as American artists, French artists et tout ça. So yeah, it does give me my own identity, yeah. Well, I feel like I've learned from all the greats from back then, and me learning from the greats, I pay attention and I'm like, what makes them so great? How did they get to this level? So I study that type of stuff, and then I take what they have, what's so great, and I put it into my own, my own craft, my own, perfection as I can, and in my own style. And from then, obviously, I'm gonna give them, shout outs for all that stuff. So I put like the name of artists or bands and stuff like that, or the titles of songs in my music, because it's, it's like my shout out to them, in a way, yeah. Ah, c'est mon gars sûr, lui. Mais j'aime ce gars-là, j'aime Nino, mais j'aimerais rapper comme ces gars-là, mais je suis pas capable. Genre, ils sont trop forts. So, français, c'est pas mon forte, you know what I mean? But eux aussi, genre, je kiffe bien. Dadju, c'est afrobeat avec, toi, ses paroles françaises, son Loverboy et tout ça, c'est massif. Genre, hands down, je lui donne. Ces gars-là, VG Dream, lui aussi, tous ces gars-là, genre, SOAE, for real, ouais. Haram Vibe, c'était un album pas sérieux, mais c'était bon et tout, mais comme quand je dis pas sérieux, c'est party mode, just good vibes, vacation and stuff like that. It's not as serious as this album, it's not as personal as this album, you know what I mean? There's a big difference. It's me joking around, geeking around, and then there's me sitting down, taking the time to express myself and what has happened, or tell a story through someone else's perspective. I feel like it's a lot more mature, compared, because when I did my first album I was 17, it came out when I was 18, now I'm 20, and it's a lot more mature. The lyrics are a lot more mature, a lot more serious. The flow is very different. The lyrics and the structure of the music is a lot more sophisticated, and I was never a fan of speaking a certain type of way, like a derogatory way towards women. So I'd always use keywords, or play with words and stuff like that. I like wordplay and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like I've matured since my first project, for sure, hands down. Everyone is a doubted child, hands down, every single person. The reason why I came up with that title for the album is because I felt like I wasn't at the level I'm supposed to be with the work that we've done, or the talent, or like I said, effort we put into it and stuff like that, and many other artists as well. And I feel like we're doubted because there's so many other people who are half-assed, and they're on another level and stuff like that, or it's because they have more money so they could push their stuff. So yeah, Doubted Child came from not people only doubting me, but doubting I see the ones around me, and doubting themselves from pushing themselves, for cutting themselves from limits and stuff like that. So yeah, it came from that, the music scene in Montreal, and it also came from my surroundings. Yeah, I do big time when it comes to beats, lyrics especially, but I feel like Now that I have daughter child, keep in mind, like I started writing when I was 18, okay? Now I'm 20 and I'm gonna work on new music, and basically I take everything that I've had before, all the experience, all the type of beats I've had before, and just elevate the level, because that's how I perceive my music. I have to, let's say I put out a banger, well that banger in 2 years, there's gonna be a bigger one, you know what I mean? Il faut toujours que je level up de où je suis, toujours. Je voulais vraiment travailler sur un truc soul, R&B, donc je regardais les artistes, j'écoutais les artistes que j'écoutais avant, like beaucoup plus. Je me concentrais sur les paroles, leur flow, aussi les beats en arrière, genre s'il y a beaucoup de guitare, présence de piano et tout, because gospel is a lot of piano, you know. So j'ai pris tout ça, puis j'écoutais, like I say, like I study my stuff, and I listen to people like Lloyd, or you know, James, like if you go back, James Brown, Sam Cooke. Il y a aussi Chris Brown qui est de nouveau style, mais lui, il a commencé à chanter dans les églises, back in church, you know, in the South. So lui, il sait comment chanter, so he has all types of styles and stuff like that. Mais pour l'inspiration, il y a beaucoup d'artistes que j'ai checké. Quand j'avais eu mes beats, genre R&B, soul et tout ça, je me suis assis, j'ai dit, ok, check. Je vais être raisonnable avec mes paroles. Je vais pas être trop dire all that nonsense. Je vais m'exprimer d'une manière où les gens vont comprendre, ils vont s'asseoir et vont dire ok, je comprends, like talk your shit type of thing. Puis c'est ça, j'ai pris beaucoup de temps in the studio working on beats, aussi à moi-même. Je m'isolais, puis j'écris pour like perfect my craft. I feel like I have to work harder because I'm young, and also like where we are, the music scene is not as big as it is in the States or in France, you know what I mean? So it is mandatory for me to work 5 times harder than somebody from the States, you know what I mean? Because I want to eat too, you know? So I put it like that. Well, Without a Child, it's mostly English with that soul and R&B, because like I'm half African American, so on that side of the family, like it's easy for me to speak or have that style because it's in my blood, you know what I mean? So, moi là, je vais infiltrate avec cet album-là. Là, dès que je fais ça, bah, je change le style, ils vont rien comprendre, ils vont voir flou là. Yeah, mais moi je trouve ça bad honnêtement. Genre, j'ai pas vu d'autres artistes faire ça, à part genre Latino English ou French Arabe, mais pour avoir genre 4. Tu comprends? C'est un truc de ouf. Puis comme on est à Montréal, il y a de toutes les cultures, de toute every origin. So for me, I feel like I'm breaking barriers by doing that. Like bringing all types of cultures to one thing, and not just having people listen to English music. You know what I mean? Not Americanize everyone, but also put their culture, put their language and stuff like that into the vibe. Like African music, French with French lyrics and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it is, because if we just stay segregated, separated, we're never gonna advance, you know what I mean? We're one. I don't feel like we're different races and stuff like that, which le peuple c'est tout, ça finit là, tu comprends? I feel like since time is just, because of the old school mentality and stuff like that, we tend to like look at people, perceive people another way and stuff like that, but bringing all cultures together in a melting pot, that's what the world has to be like, not just Montreal, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. But I'm thankful for that, because I wouldn't have had that perspective or known what it felt like, you know what I mean, to be here and there, or know what it's like to be living in this culture, to understand the mentality where people are coming from and all that. And I feel like it is a beautiful gift. Yeah, big time. People, the main thing that gets them through any like pain, happiness, you know, frustration is music. And if you could pass a message through music and people listen to that music, and especially if it's a melting pot of different cultures and stuff like that, people are gonna be a lot more accepting and understanding other cultures, like I said. Like they're gonna be like, okay, ça c'est nice, comprends? Genre, je feel ça. They wanna get to learn the language because they find it dope, or they're gonna wanna get to learn about the culture, get to learn about other people, and not just English, or just French. So yeah. It should, but like how it is right now, it's gonna be more complicated with radios and stuff like that. Like Americans are very American, you know? French are very French. For me to like infiltrate with other languages, other cultures, other type beats is different for them. and it's gonna catch them off guard, mais bientôt, Inch'Allah, ils vont accepter là. Ouais, il y avait Daju, que je crois qu'on est parti en tournée avec lui 3 fois. VG Dream aussi, comme j'ai nommé, Maître Gims, Mr. Easy dans le côté anglophone, Young Aimé, côté anglophone aussi. Puis après ça, on s'est dit, faut que je sois le headline de mes shows. C'est bien et tout, c'est une belle expérience, mais il est temps. Let me catch it, Tam Media, with the fame, laid back, no money, fame, the same. In the Benz, I'm switching lanes. They talk to me before all the money and fame. Shout out Retro in the barbershop. It's like 12 o'clock, psych, it's 1 o'clock. TikTok, the hip hop, the hopscotch, that's the diversity. I'm in the city, that's the MTL. If you commit a sin, you gon' go to hell. Merry Christmas, I be jingling them bells. What? Oh well, I don't know. Move it slow, ride slow. I'm a low rider, I'ma carry you, like Mariah, I'm spitting fire, going higher, I'm going higher.